ex-boyfriend is trying to break into my house.
I don't have anybody to send out there. You know, obviously, if he comes inside the residence and assaults you, can you ask him to go away?
As the clock strikes midnight, New Year's celebrations turn deadly, and Wal-Mart employees decide to take the law into their own hands. In the early hours of August 18th, 2012, a Josephine County woman dialed 911 for help after her ex-boyfriend, Michael Bella, attempted to break into her house.
911 emergency. My ex-boyfriend is trying to break into my house. I'm not letting him in, but he's tried to break down the door and he's trying to break into one of the windows. He hurt me in the hospital a few weeks ago, and I've been trying to keep him away.
Oregon State Police, this is Ray.
Hi, Ray. This is Dina, Joe County 911. I have a caller that is at... And she says that her boyfriend is at her door trying to break in.
Okay.
My ex-boyfriend has been violent. She's been violent with me in the past, Michael Bella. I told him I was going to call. He's now trying to break in through the window. He's trying to jimmy it open.
Okay. Do you have anybody else in the house with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is...
Okay. And what's your callback number? Does he live there?
No, he does not.
Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have anybody to send out there.
Okay.
You know, obviously, if he comes inside the residence and assaults you, can you ask him to go away, or do you know if he's intoxicated or anything?
I've already asked him. I've already told him I was calling you. He's broken before, busted down my door, assaulted me. Yeah, so...
Is there any way you can safely leave the residence?
No, I can't, because he's blocking pretty much my only way out.
With a vehicle, or...?
With the vehicle and with himself on my front door also.
Okay, is there anybody that you can call to come over and help you, or do you have any friends?
He has sat there and destroyed my phone that had all of my contacts in it because I have neighbors. Because he's done this. I can't get a hold of my neighbors. I don't know what the phone numbers are. I just had to get a new phone.
Okay. Well, the only thing I can do is give you some advice and call the sheriff's office tomorrow. Obviously, if he comes in and unfortunately has a weapon or is trying to cause you physical harm, that's a different story. The sheriff's office doesn't work up there. I don't have anybody to send.
Okay.
And we don't dispatch for him. Like I said, it's an unfortunate situation.
Okay, but I'll have to take care of myself, I guess.
Well, you have every right to do that. I can't tell you what to do, but is he still there?
Yes, he is.
Okay. All right. Well, do you want to stay on the phone with me until we figure out what he might do, or can you ask him to leave?
I asked him to leave a million times.
Okay, but he does not live there with you. Is that what you're saying?
He does not.
Okay. Has he lived there previously?
No.
Okay. Where is he now?
And he's now outside my bedroom window trying to take off trying to get through that window.
Does he know that you're on the phone?
I don't know. If I can hear him screaming and yelling, I think he could hear me on the phone. I told him I was going to.
Okay.
He says he doesn't care. He doesn't care because he knows that no one's out here, and so.
Yeah, and like I said, it's definitely unfortunate. What's your street address again? I lost the information. Okay. All right. And what's his name?
Michael Bella.
Bella.
Bellah.
And how old is he?
He's 29.
Is he a white male?
Yes.
How tall? How much does he weigh?
5'5" or 5'6", like 125 right now.
Okay. And what kind of vehicle does he have?
I don't know what he's driving right now. He has a white Toyota Tacoma.
Do you know if there's anybody with him?
Oh, no, there's no one with him.
And is the pickup truck in your driveway?
It is.
When did you guys break up?
We have broken up 5 billion times, and he hurt me in the hospital a few weeks ago, and I've been trying to keep him away.
Do you have a restraining order?
I do not, because he would leave me alone until basically on the weekends, and then he starts this crap again.
Okay. Give me your phone number one more time. Okay, where is he now?
He's walking around the house, just beating on it with I don't know what. He knows I have to work, and I'm the person who opens the whole building and everything, and that's why he's here blocking me in, so I can't get out. because he thinks eventually I'll come outside.
Okay. You really need to see if you can get a restraining order against him. You have to contact the court.
I will. He's already told me he won't let himself be served, and it's like there's just this big joke with him.
So you haven't seen any weapons on him or anything?
There's not tonight, no.
Okay. Does he usually have weapons, or?
Not a gun or anything. Just he just likes to use when he hits on stuff like tools or whatever.
Okay. Is he still there? Do you think he's left?
Yeah. No, he's still there. He's still out there screaming and yelling, cussing out. He broke into my house before I got home. I came in and he had torn a bunch of stuff up and everything, but he wasn't here anymore. So I went ahead and stayed. I didn't.
Okay. Well, like I said, it's unfortunate. I just don't have anybody else to send out there.
Okay.
You want to stay on the phone, or what do you?
No, I'm going to find a way to deal with it.
Okay. Call 911 if he actually gets in the house. I don't know if you want to go out and confront him. It's totally up to you. It's like I said. It's unfortunate that you guys don't have any law enforcement up there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he gets in the house. I'm done. That's what happened before. He put my phone to a wall, busted it to pieces. Took my house phone, busted it to pieces. I couldn't call 911 before.
Can you hide in the house, or get out the back door, or go anywhere? You don't have any. You don't have anywhere to go.
No. I mean, it doesn't matter if I hide. He'll find me, and then I'll just be more mad.
Okay. You do need to seek some kind of assistance as far as the restraining order goes. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I just don't have anybody to send out there. You can call the sheriff's office later and let them know what he's doing. I don't mind staying on the phone with you. I just don't know.
Okay. I'm going to go to whenever you're trying to get in while you're on the phone with me.
Okay.
So that I can tell him. Michael, I'm on the phone with state police. You need to go away. Michael, go away. Are you going to leave? Michael, are you going to leave? Yeah. This isn't going to do anything. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I can hear him in the background.
Yeah, do you hear him beating on the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. I taking stuff out of my car. I don't care. I don't care. He's already broken into my house and stole my jewelry and everything. As long as he just leaves, I don't really care what he takes. But
do you think he's leaving now?
No, he's out tearing my car apart right now. I just opened up the trunk and he's taking out the sound system.
But wasn't your car locked?
No.
Was your car locked?
No, it wasn't. No, he's just forcing them out. Now he's beating the crap out of my car.
Okay, well, I mean.
Okay, yeah, I'll get a restraining order on Monday. It's not going to do any good, but I'll do it.
Okay.
At least I have something, even if it doesn't get served.
All right, and don't forget to call the sheriff's office and let them know so you can turn it in, and maybe they can go arrest him. I don't know, but it's gonna be tonight.
He has a warrant out for his arrest, from my knowledge. But I've been told that I've heard he already has a warrant. He won't allow himself to be found.
What's his date of birth? Okay. All right. Well, notify your sheriff's department.
I will.
Okay.
Okay, and so you have this on record, though, that
yes.
I did call? Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
But there was a problem. Budget cuts meant there were fewer deputies than usual. The caller watched helplessly as her ex-boyfriend used a piece of metal to break in. He then physically and sexually assaulted her. Michael Bello was eventually arrested by state police hours later. A decrease in the number of deputies at the Josephine County Sheriff's Department was caused by the expiration of the Secure Rural Schools and Community Self-Determination Act. Due to a lack of funding, the county was forced to close its entire Serious Crimes Division after the act expired. As a result, 23 of its 29 deputies were fired. The remaining sheriffs were only available 8 hours a day, Monday to Friday. The sheriff advised domestic violence victims to consider moving to an area with adequate law enforcement services. Since the incident report came on a Saturday, the dispatcher transferred the call to the state police, but they had no one available to respond. The county is still struggling for funding in 2023, with residents continuously rejecting tax increases to meet the shortfall. A New Year's Eve celebration ends with a bizarre and deadly ending. 24-year-old Jarrell Shavonta Lee celebrated New Year's Eve 2012 with family and friends just across the street from his home in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Shortly after midnight, Lee left the party and began walking home when he saw two men, Quentin Epps and Lee's cousin, Jameel Walker, standing beside a blue car amid a heated argument. After Epps left the scene in the blue car, Lee continued on his way home with Walker. 20 minutes later, the two stood outside Lee's home when they saw a black Cadillac approaching. The car stopped, and Epps got out. Continuing the argument from earlier, the dispute escalated quickly, and Epps became increasingly aggressive. After a few minutes, Epps got back into the Cadillac and left. About 20 minutes later, a burgundy Mitsubishi Galant drove up to Lee's home, stopping outside. Fed up with the ongoing dispute, Lee retrieved a loaded .45 caliber handgun from his car and hid it in his pocket, out of sight but ready if needed. Moments later, the Mitsubishi drove off, but it continued to circle the block before stopping outside a cemetery across the street from Lee's home. Epps and several others got out of the car, and Lee and Walker headed to where they were parked. Epps and Walker restarted their argument when they arrived, and the situation quickly turned violent. During the altercation, Epps pulled out a gun and shot Walker twice. Scrambling, Walker stood, attempting to flee. Running away from the scene, Quentin fired at the 23-year-old over and over until Walker dropped dead. With him dead, Epps turned and pointed his gun at Lee. Before he could fire, Lee shot the 21-year-old several times. As the events unfolded, several panicked 911 calls came in.
911?
There's a policeman across the street from me, and there's shots fired, and I can't.
Okay,
I don't know.
Your address?
He's by himself, and I saw him draw his gun on the guy in the car, and then I came to the back room, and I've heard shots, and he's all by himself. It looked like to me, and I'm afraid to look out there.
Okay, 1 moment.
Okay. Oh, please, God, let him be okay.
We're getting some help on the way. Do you see anything from where you are safely?
I'm afraid to go look, but
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, just a minute. I'm going around the corner.
Only where it's safe for you. I want you to stay in a safe place in your house.
Oh, sure. I just don't want the shots to come over here. I don't know. I don't see the cop now. He was standing to the side, and I don't know who shot the shots. Oh, my God. Let's see if he's got somebody on the ground. Oh, now the guy's on the ground. Okay, the guy's on the ground. The police has the gun on him.
Okay.
So, but the policeman's all by himself.
Okay, yeah, we're getting some help on the way out there to him. And
Okay.
Is the guy complying?
Yeah, he's laying flat. I think he's hurt.
Okay.
I think he's been shot. He's laying on his back and his arms are up, and the policeman's just standing over him.
Okay.
The guy's laying. He's got the gun on him still, but he covered him up with something black. Now he put the gun in the holster. I think he sees that the guy's hurt and he's not going to do anything.
Okay.
Oh, what on earth? He's still very cautious, though. But I think he's covering him to keep him from going into shock or something.
Yeah, we're getting medics on the way out there to him as well.
Okay.
I just want to make sure if you see him get up or if anybody else comes around that we know that.
No.
Okay.
There's nobody.
We have several officers on the way out there to him. You're doing
Okay.
great. We appreciate it.
I saw the policeman by himself, and I was so worried that he couldn't talk and do his business, too. So I decided to call.
And you were very quick at it, too. That helped us get people out there faster.
Okay. Well, I figured he probably would call, but then if he's so busy, I didn't know if he had time.
We did, but I think you might even have beat him, honestly.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he definitely was. He's holding his hand on him now. I think he's trying to maybe stop the bleeding or something. I'm not sure. I can't see blood, but I can see that he's... Oh, my goodness.
All right. It looks like we are talking to the officer at this point, so it looks like he's okay. All right. I'll go ahead and let you go, Sherry. We appreciate your help.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
I'm on hold with 911.
911, what is your emergency?
Hello, I'm calling from, I've got a police officer next door, and it looks like he might need some assistance. He looks like he's by himself, and he does have a perpetrator on the ground right now. He is holding a stun gun on him, but I'm just concerned that he might need some help. It looks like he may have thrown a firearm onto the ground, and it looks there is someone in the car. There's one person on the ground, and there's someone getting out of the car. He's commanding him to get out of the car right now. I don't know, and the driver is on the phone, is on his cell phone. But just a little concerned. I don't want anything to happen to the police officer.
Yeah, I don't want
so.
Okay, so the guy is actually in a car, and that's.
There are two. One is on the ground. He did use his stun gun on the police officer. Did use his stun gun on him. There is another, and there is a driver. He is currently sitting in the vehicle on the phone, and the police officer does have his stun gun pointed at the other man on the ground, but he is by himself. I'm not sure if he was just patrolling and saw something, but
okay. All right, we'll let officers know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Police discovered Quentin Epps lying in a pool of blood on the street at 2:25 a.m. He was taken to Centara Norfolk General Hospital but died 2 hours later. That same day, officers were notified of another body, later identified as Walker, found just a few feet away behind a nearby house. The only survivor, Lee, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder for Epps' death. Lee and his legal team claimed he acted in self-defense, citing the Stand Your Ground law. The trial began on July 6, 2015. Prosecutors detailed how Epps' death was deliberate and premeditated. The jury heard how Lee fled the scene and hid his gun under a bin. Jarrell Lee was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 16 to 20 years. In 2018, his attempt to appeal the verdict was unsuccessful, and he remains incarcerated. Wal-Mart employees caught a shoplifter, and after they decided to take the law into their own hands, there were disastrous consequences.
Lakeland Police Operator 511, how can I help you?
This is Rick at Lakeland Wal-Mart, 98 North. We need a car up here for shoplifter.
One moment. And you have him in custody?
Yeah, the security's outside right now getting them.
Oh, okay. And is it a male or female?
Male.
White, black, or Hispanic?
White.
And what was your name again?
My name's Rick. I work for Wal-Mart.
Okay. And are you who we're going to make contact with?
What's that?
Are you who we'll be making contact with?
I'd be Randy at the security.
Okay.
Yeah, they all know him.
All right. Can I get a phone number for the store?
Mine phone number or the store phone number?
Phone number for whoever we need to make contact with. So probably just the store phone number.
What's the store phone number here?
All right. We'll get an officer out there as soon as we can.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Just after 3 a.m. on February 7, 2016, officers were called for a shoplifter who had been apprehended. 64-year-old Kenneth Wisham had been spotted by eagle-eyed employees as he attempted to steal over $400 worth of goods at the Florida Wal-Mart. Wisham set off the store alarms as he took his trolley containing DVDs, video games, medicine, and a toaster out the front door. Making a break for it, the shoplifter began running through the store parking lot, abandoning his trolley as he attempted to escape. As he ran, Wisham struggled to keep his trousers from falling, slowing him down. Customer service manager Crucelis Nunez was able to catch up. Once in line with the shoplifter, Crucelis jumped on the 64-year-old's back, causing him to fall to the ground. The manager then punched Wisham repeatedly as he desperately tried to shield himself with his hands. Believing the attack was over, the shoplifter attempted to stand but was immediately met with Crucelis hitting him again. As more store colleagues made their way over, Loss Prevention Manager Randall Tomko and Support Manager Nathan Higgins joined the fray. Tomko grabbed Wisham's wrists and put his knee firmly in the man's back. At the same time, Nathan held the thief by his ankles, stopping him from being able to defend himself, rendering him powerless to avoid the oncoming blows. As Wisham lies on the ground, he calls out to the Wal-Mart employees, telling them, "Let me go. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I can't breathe." Crucellus checked Wisham's neck and believed that she felt him swallow. Assuring the other two that he was fine, all three resumed their positions until the 64-year-old went limp. Then, with the situation taking a drastic turn, the three employees attempted to perform life-saving measures on Wisham while calling 911 and waiting for medics to arrive.
Hello?
911, status of your emergency.
This is Wolfcat 911. Also, call from the location of Wal-Mart Lakeland on Highway 98 North. Showing address 5800 Highway 98 North.
Okay, caller, what is your name? Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
Well, you have somebody on the way, right?
Yeah, but tell me exactly what happened.
Somebody was stealing from the store, and we chased them down, and we had him on the ground. We weren't putting, too much force on him, but he doesn't have a pulse now.
Okay, and are you with the patient now?
Yeah.
Okay, and how old is he approximately?
How old do you think he is? He has some gray hair.
Okay, but just if you were to guess his age, what would you guess?
50s.
50s, okay. And is he awake?
He has his eyes closed.
Is he breathing?
He's not breathing either.
Okay, Lakeland, that's an echo level. Thank you. Okay, I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line, and I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
Okay.
Okay, is there a defibrillator available?
We're not inside the store. We're outside the store.
Okay, listen carefully, okay?
Okay.
Are you right by him now?
Yeah.
Okay. Lay him flat on his back on the floor ground and remove any pillows.
Okay.
County, just so you're aware, LPD is en route. Reference person down, shoplifter.
Okay, thank you. Sir, are you with the store? Are you an employee?
Sorry.
Hello?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Are you an employee with the store?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Just let me know when he's flat on his back.
He is.
Okay, listen carefully, and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions. Make sure he's flat on his back on the floor, and place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the center of the chest, right between the nipples, and put your other hand on top of that hand. Okay, pump the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second, and 2 and 6 beats, and let the chest come all the way up between pumps. And we're going to do this until help can take over. Count out loud so I can count with you, okay? Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Okay. Start counting out loud now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Keep counting out loud with me, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
Lakeland PD is here.
Okay, you can go ahead and hang up the phone then.
Okay.
When ambulances arrived, the man was blue-lighted to the hospital. He never woke up. Pronounced dead hours later, an autopsy found Kenneth Wisham's cause of death to be mechanical asphyxia due to restraint. Wal-Mart's head office released the following statement: "Our hearts go out to everyone affected by these events. The status of the associates involved continues to be reviewed. We'll continue working with law enforcement officials as we have from the beginning while conducting our own review." The medical examiner's report was released months later and found that Kenneth Wisham had sustained 15 broken ribs during the ordeal. Nearly 7 months after Wisham died, Lakeland police issued arrest warrants for 35-year-old Nathan Allen Higgins, 23-year-old Crucellus Nunez, and 58-year-old Randall Eugene Tomko. The three each faced a charge of manslaughter. Due to his minor role, Higgins' bail was set much lower than his counterparts. Defense teams attempted to argue that Wisham had passed away when he fell to the ground due to a mysterious heart condition. However, the wider community was outraged that store employees essentially gave a simple shoplifter the death penalty. During the proceedings against the three, in April 2020, 62-year-old Randall Eugene Tomko passed away from a suspected heart attack. Charges against Crucellus Nunez continued, and she pleaded no contest to a charge of attempted manslaughter, In August of that year, she was sentenced to 5 years probation for her part in Wisham's death. In a letter to Chrysalis, which was read out in court, Kenneth Wisham's sister wrote, "My brother's life was valued at around $400 worth of DVDs, etc. I hope you never have one night good sleep, and I hope this never happens to anyone else I know and love. I feel like justice failed my family, and I know it failed Ken. Rest in peace, Ken. We love you." As it stands, Nathan Higgins still faces charges of attempted manslaughter, but no updates have been published due to the backlog of cases post-COVID. This call from a child led to a heartwarming exchange.
This is police. Where is the emergency?
Hi.
Hello.
Please, lady.
Yes, what's going on?
I tell you something.
You can tell me something.
I got some toys for you.
You got some toys for me?
Yep. Come over and see them.
Whereabouts are you?
See?
Sorry?
Hello?
Hi there. We've received a 111 call. I'm guessing it was a mistake, child making a mistake there?
Yeah, he's acting off with his mother's phone.
Oh, bless him. So just confirming there's no emergency at all?
No, there's not.
Awesome.
I was fixing the other child.
No problem at all. He was just talking about his toys. That's no problem at all. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Comms calls for any units free to hit. There is a 4-year-old there who is wanting to show police their toys. Over.
Yeah, I'll attend it.
Roger, thank you.
In October 2021, a 4-year-old child called New Zealand's emergency services on 111 and asked the police lady if she could come over and see his toys. In an exchange dubbed "Too Cute Not to Share," Constable Kurt arrived on the scene after confirming that no emergency was taking place. During a visit to his home in Invercargill, Constable Kurt spent some time with the young boy. The officer discussed the importance of using emergency service lines correctly, allowed the youngster to sit in his patrol car, and inspected the child's collection of cool toys. The Southern District Police posted about the exchange on Facebook. An image of the child and Constable Kurt had the caption, "While we don't encourage children to call 111 to show us their toys, this was too cute not to share." For more True 911 calls, watch this episode next.